Grace and peace, everyone. Chuck here. Thank you, everyone, for being there, who could make it there, and for all that are watching this on the video stream. I want to say thank you very much for coming and being at my wonderful mother's homegoing. My mother, our mother, was a great and amazing woman, and she had tenacity and she was determined to do and get the most out of life that she could. That is why she came to America to make a better life for herself, for her husband, for us boys. She was determined to get here to do what she can to make it that we had a better life than what she had back in Trinidad. And the great thing and amazing thing about my mother is that she did it. If it wasn't for her coming to America, Curtis most likely wouldn't be the great bishop that he is. Dexter wouldn't be the great man that he is. Let's call a fact a fact. Marlon and I most likely would not have been born if she didn't come to America. Right? Because of the timing of this and that and all that. I'm glad I'm here. Marlon's glad he's here. And it wasn't for my mother, none of our grandkids, none of her grandkids, none of you all would be here right now to see what's going on. One of the great things about my mother is that with her coming to America alone and having to do this alone, she was very open to opening her house for other people to come. We've had many family members come through, friends come through and live and stay in our house, live with us until they were able to get their feet established in America. And it wasn't for my mother, some of these people probably wouldn't even be here also. But that's what makes my mother so great. That she would open up a home to anyone, as long as you were a good person, as long as you were willing to try to do well, and you could live there. Look at Steve, Gail, Simone. There's so many others that I can mention, but can't mention everybody, because you know how that is. But on a personal note, one of the great things I love about my mother is that I saw her go through some of the tough times in her life, from when she left Marbell to when it became AT&T, so she got pushed out. And my mother would do anything to make ends meet. All you all remember all that roti she used to cook in Elam? All you remember her doing her Mary Kay and even having a car to prove it because she was a manager, or forget whatever scale she was. But my mother was no joke. And she would do anything that she can, hustle. She was a good hustler. You wouldn't think she was a hustler. But she was a good hustler in making ends meet and doing whatever she had to do for us boys. Now, this is tough for me because I cannot be there right now. And family knows why my situation is on the way it is, and I was not able to be there. But regardless of that, I love my mother. I love my old goat. The reason why I call her mother is because when I was 19, her mother died. My grandmother, we were in Trinidad, and I remember sitting in my grandmother's bedroom, and I told Mom, well, someone got to be mother now. And she's like, what you mean? I said, that name ain't going nowhere. I said, you got to be mother, Mom. She's like, why me? I said, well, you're the oldest girl, and you get the most kids out of the girls, so you're mother. And the name stuck. So I've called her mother ever since that day. Mom, mother, and especially Old Goat. Old Goat is one of my favorite names for her because my nickname that she gave me was ugly. because, sorry to say, I was somewhat when we were younger. I'm the prettiest one out of all the brothers. Hey, all my brothers are good looking. That's why we're the Douglas boys. But my name was Ugly, and I cherish this name to this day. Anytime she called me ugly, I'll say yes, mom, because that was her and me. I called the old goat because she is and was the greatest of all time. Um, and she was stubborn, as quite a few y'all know. And that's where I get some of my stubbornness from. Actually, I get it from mom and pop. But we're not going to get into pop side because right now this is all just about mom. Right? And mom and I would bump heads. Bump heads. But even though we bump heads, we always came back together. And I always loved my mama. Now, with her passing, there are many things I'm going to miss. I'm going to miss the food. Going to miss her and I chatting. Going to miss just talking to her on the phone. And the the two things I am regretting is one, not being there, and two, we talked about it a lot, that she knew her time was coming. And I was saying, Mom, just hold on through the pandemic. Please don't get sick. And then after the pandemic, then I was like, next year, Mom, in 2023, I'm going to be back in the States. And I'm going to be able to jump on your bed. And I'm going to be able to go through your drawers. And you're going to get frustrated at me doing that. But I don't care because you're mama. You're my mama. And that's the one thing I'm going to miss. But Mom, you were a good mother. You were a great mother. To all of us, boys, you treated us evenly. You treating us lovingly. Even though we all know Dexter was your favorite. And you know that Dexter. She gone now so you can say it. We all know Dexter. Yeah, proud us of Curtis because Curtis is the bishop. Love her Marlon because Marlon's a baby boy. But we all know she loved her Dexter. And Dex, you did a good job. With all that you had to deal with, I say basically on your own because Marlon's in Missouri. I wasn't there. To be a backbone and to support you, say, man, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, as we usually do. And not dissing Curtis, but come on now, Q. You know you're always busy. And you got so much to deal with the church. And with Sefka and all that. So all that's understandable. But Dexter, you did a great job. Pop, I love you. You know Mom loved you. And I know there's a difficult time for you because of Miss Lynette's passing. And then now Mom's passing. So I ask you to stay strong, Pop, and be strong because you're a good father, you're a good man, and you did all your best that you can for Mom, Miss Lynette, and for us boys. Uncle Wilton and Auntie Ann, as the last surviving siblings, y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know Mom love y'all. And I know this is also difficult for y'all because this is your sibling. This is your sister. So I ask y'all to remember all the good times y'all had as kids growing up and all the things y'all been through the years, the ups and the downs, as any family is. Know that Mom did love y'all. Mom loved all of y'all, all y'all siblings, for real. And I can tell you that because I've heard her say it and I know she did. And to all of my cousins, nieces, nephews who've been through there, been through the house, been through Mom, and know how she was and know how great she was and how great she was to all 5 of us boys, from Abdul to Marlon, treated us all the same, loved us all the same. And you can't beat that in a mama. You can't beat that in a mama. And to Sydney, Taylor, and Kennedy, you know I love you. I know there's a difficult time for all of us because we also spend time with Grandma. But this is how life goes. We are born, we live, and at some point in time we have to go. Monica, Cynthia Douglas, You fought the good fight, old goat. You finished the race, Mom. And I love you very much. But on that note, I thank the Lord for your life. I thank the Lord for all that you did. Because if it wasn't for you, I don't think we would be saved. We wouldn't know Christ. And plain and simply, we wouldn't be here. But I love you, Mom, very much. And I'm going to see you on the other side. All right, Monix? Love you, old goat. Bye-bye.